And welcome back, friends. Okay, so we had small technical difficulties with, I want to say, maybe half a turn of from the previous episode. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do, yes, sadly unrecoverable video technical difficulties. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit down and we're gonna recap everything that's happened. We're gonna look at all of the frontiers, look at all the fronts, and see where the enemies are and where we need to go to clean this campaign up. Okay, so let's start off in the west. We have one army and a chaos stack approaching. These are marauder stacks coming in. We're not quite sure exactly what they're made of. Right, this is not the biggest stack in the world, but I'm expecting this to be filled with either tier 3 or tier 6, no, probably honestly tier 6 level infantry. So this stack will have significant fighting power. Let's look again. We're going to zoom out here. The next front that we're dealing with is the eastern front. We're finally broken through to Sylvania, right? There's not much left here. Specifically, there's no armies at the vampire camps. They're all up here, right? Let's zoom into Sylvania. So these regions had rebelled and proceeded to self-explode, right? Which is quite interesting. We burnt Eschen, and I don't remember or not if we burnt this one here, but we have a slow siege happening on Drakenhof because we do not want to fight for it, because there's a lot of really powerful units inside Drakenhof. If we look here, this is Graveguard with great weapons, Wraiths, more Graveguard, and flying monsters, right? Who would want to fight that? So we're not going to fight that, we're just going to siege them out until they come and fight us instead. Now, the interesting thing is that Chaos is coming, and Chaos are coming in from this sort of area over here. They're sweeping through. There's not much left to Kislev, but they do have control of the southern and Ostland, right? And we'll need to take back Nordland and Ostland to be able to finish our campaign objectives, including Ostermark also, actually. So we'll need Nordland, Ostland, Ostermark, excuse me, Western and Eastern Sylvania to be able to clean this campaign up on a short victory. Now, Chaos is coming, and there are these vampire stacks here. Malfred von Karstein has a relatively, yeah, this is a throwaway army more or less. This is quite cheap army, no special units, some horse, some bats, but nothing really for us to worry about. So our friend Emperor Karl Franz will quite happily roll over him with his giant tiger eagle. Now, this is another throwaway army. What we need to do is prevent these guys from penetrating our front lines and getting in to our money-making regions. That cannot be allowed to happen. We will probably, if we have a look here, we have a couple more stacks that are headed to the east to clean up and control Sylvania. Once that happens, these stacks will start swooping to the north and take and control Ostermark and Ausland. And hopefully we will not see too much action on the sea from the barbarians over here, right? So let's get into it good and proper. Let's jump through our stacks to see what we actually have that can act, and to see which actions it should actually take. Right now, so Karl Franz has some movement points, but this is quite this is quite far away. It's not really. I sort of want these undead to move in and try to take Wolfenburg, because we do not want to declare war on Kislev to have to take Wolfenburg, right? We want to let the undead take it, then we take it back from them. Let's leave Karl Franz for a second. So we have this stack. This stack is recapturing territories to the north, right? We're just taking this place, and we're going to sit down, regenerate some men, and move on to the next one. And hopefully nothing scary is going to come across the water. So this stack is standing still. This is the defensive Grisel. It has some acceptable units, waiting quite eagerly to see what comes out of this stack.
It is time.
And this is our siege army. It's happily sieging away. We have some priests deployed. Have our witch hunter friend. Now what we could do is we can use the witch hunter to go ahead and prevent the movement of this stack. If we can do that, we can quite easily go ahead and try to catch it before it runs away.
Tools of judgment ready.
So I think what we'll do exactly that. We'll make our way towards the stack in an attempt to off this army.
This action does not have my consent.
Karl Franz, I want to move. No, that's so expensive to move him. Why is it so expensive to move that far? Wow. Let's go to there, and then we can deploy an ambush stance. Right, and let's see if this army goes rolling down the road and triggers our ambush. Jump through our stacks again and throw heroes and standing still. Deployed, deployed, deployed. Is this boy gonna stay here?
Ready.
Let's see. Yeah, I think he's staying here and deployed because we're improving the public order in the settlement. So we're gonna hang out for a second. And
Such a thing is
I also want to get rid of this army, right? It's like, why are these guys from here in our territories? We need to jump over and deal with them. We'll do this with a stack here. We also have tanks, by the way. Those were recently completed, and we'll be able to deploy them on top of the enemy to see how amazing they are, right?
The nation calls.
This army is...
I will marshal the for war.
Now, this army needs to hold here to fix this public order issue. This public order issue might be less of an issue if we move him to here, right? If we do this, we might be able to mitigate this 12. Let's actually do that. Let's get this guy, tell him to jump across, and then we'll deploy him here again. And that way, we'll mitigate this 12 a little bit. No, that's that. This army's going to hold for now. Yeah, I think we've done our round of armies. We have no money. We can't invest into anything. We are going to go ahead, my friends, and end this wonderful turn and see where we go. Let's see what the enemies choose to do against us. Dwarves, yes. I don't know what the dwarves are doing here, actually. It's quite, not exactly sure what they're fighting. Vampire counts are running around, yes, yes. He's gonna mess with our stack, okay, great. Hopefully no one gets assassinated, that's fine. Yes, and they fall back. Tony's going somewhere. Tempelhof, what is Tempelhof doing? Really, Tempelhof is doing that? I really don't like that Tempelhof is doing that, actually. And this army's going back, okay. Now, if they take these 3 stacks, they're confederated. Assault units failure, that's probably against our siege army. Now, so, if the barbarians take this stack, there was another stack here somewhere.
No.
That's friendly. There's a 3rd stack here somewhere, right? If they take those stacks and they land them here, we will have a problem. We will not be able to deal with that problem very, very well, right? Where did we get so much dough from? Interesting. Grisel Defense Force is gonna hold. Let's do things with...
Your orders.
He needs to get deployed. Good.
The Empire.
This army's holding. This is a -5. We need to reduce this corruption issue as best we can. As best we can. Budum.
I command here.
This army fell back. I want to position Karl Franz in such a way where he could respond either to the north or to the south of the river, of this river basically, right? So if an army goes this way, we can jack it, and if one goes this way, we can also take it. This is -8, corruption, fine. Events, what's the event? Yes, of course. This is because we confederated with these 2 provinces of Weisenberg and Avenheim. So that's going to be like that for a little bit, but that's okay. That's going to go away in 2 turns. Now, how are we going to use Karl Franz?
Summon the Elector Count.
Double check our quests, because I do want to get the Runefang. We have to do this battle to progress the Runefang quests. What's in this? That's quite light, actually. We might also do that now, you know. We need to walk there, but there's this functionality in this game called the teleport to my location button, to my quest location button. If we select Karl Franz and then select there, you cannot teleport. Required character in stance is in a stance. Okay, so let's exit ambush stance.
Empire's
Right,
blessings,
like
yes.
so, and click again. This will instantly move Emperor Karl Franz to the quest battle location at a cost, right? Following the battle, your character will be returned to their original location with any interesting. So for 5G, we don't have to spend how many turns traveling back and forth? Let's say 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turn, 4 turn, 5 turn, 6 turn. For 5k, we can save 6 turns and not lose this strategic location, right? Thus exposing ourselves as so that is actually really quite good, right? However, right, I want to speak about this actually. I don't know exactly how I feel about this implementation of statistical bonuses to the character, right? So what this is exactly for is these unique traits for Karl Franz, right? To get the Rune Fang with all of its bonuses, you have to complete the Rune Fang questline, right? In theory, it's an interesting idea.
Who calls?
The way they've implemented this, I would be quite skeptical. Like one of the quests was we had to have a unit of Hellstorm rocket artillery in Karl Franz's army to tick the quest, right? Okay, great. Another part of that was another part of that is to get here, do this battle, and then that's it, right? So I don't know how I feel about it. I feel that they could have honestly completely foregone this implementation of it and simply let me do this step of the quest whenever I felt like it, right? I understand that there is a teleportation cost, right? But this implementation of it doesn't sit well with me, because in this kind of Total War game, your play is limited to a number of armies that they can field, and okay, we're playing on normal, right? We're playing on normal, and things are relatively easy, even though we're learning. A player can field a limited number of armies, and to sacrifice an army to leave a important location to walk over to somewhere to force it to do a quest is, I think, asking too much. Especially when, like, they must have realized this during playtesting, right? Because this is why this button exists. Because to move Karl Franz, so they must value, right, this step to get the Rune Fang, they must value it at 5G. This bonus must be worth that, plus the difficulty of doing this. Whatever this plus reinforcements expected actually is, right? So I don't know, I think they could have streamlined this far better and made it a more story-driven, non-intuitive experience to my gameplay. Because taking Karl Franz and having to walk over there, it is a big price to pay. That's an opportunity cost that I think not many would likely do. They would much rather spend the 5G when we have so much. Which we will right now. Let's go ahead and do this mission. Right. Let's examine these units first. Let's do this stack. So this is Axe Infantry, armor piercing. Yeah, they do a lot of armor piercing damage. They're quite soft in terms of armor. They're good on the offense, not very good on the defense. The same is true for these guys. They do an acceptable amount of weapon damage. They're good on offense, not very good on defense. No armor to speak of. And this is just fast cleanup cav, missile cav. They throw axes, I assume this is. A very fast poison attack, scaly skin. This unit, I guess, is best used to tie up other high value units, right? So you'll basically put a poison unit, which really doesn't do that much damage. Like, look at these numbers. This is 22, no armor piercing, right? It even says it's weak against armor. You'll take this unit and you'll put it, because of this poison mechanic, you'll put it against another high threat unit, right? To mitigate some of that. Or to better guarantee a chance of your other weaker units defeating it. More of the same. This is what a wizard, this is what some general, I guess. Yes, always cavalry, interesting. More missile cav and more missile. Okay, let's do this. Let's see what this actually ends up playing like. All of their units are also non-experienced, unlike ours, because we've had ours for a very long time now. Through many a battles they have been. Through many a battles. Okay. There's the music.
Hear me now, brave men, brave Reichlanders, hear me! The celestial wizards read the portents true. Norse raiders land on Nordland shores. We have marched many miles, but there is no distance so great that I would not gladly march it to face this, our ultimate foe. I have refused the honor of wielding the blade of our forebears thus far. I was not worthy, but should we survive this day, should we drive the ruinous tribes back across the sea, then, with your blessing, I will
He was not worthy beforehand.
Runefang
Oh,
and use it
so
to bleed our foes, to carve my way through Sigmar's enemies. Are you with me, men of the Empire? For when the Northmen come, they will attack hard, as their despicable gods demand. We must be ready to push them back, thrust them into the sea, in defense of the Empire!
That's enough speech, my friend. That's enough speech. Let's get this party started. So, I don't get to see how they deploy, but that's okay. Because really, it doesn't matter. So, like so, like so, something like that. This in the middle. Let's take these two here, these two here. Gunners. Not the best hilly terrain, but we'll do them here, I guess. One of the benefits of crossbowmen, actually, I was thinking about this between videos. Now, if we look in terms of statistics, right? These guys, they do 30 points of damage. And these boys do less damage, but they have a higher armor piercing value. Now, I'm not 100% sure on the interaction between armor and normal damage, but if it is a 1-to-1 reduction, then armor piercing damage is extremely important. However, I don't think it is a 1-to-1 reduction. I think there is some other mathematics here that is involved. Right? Exactly what those mathematics are, I don't know. We could guess at them, but I don't think there's much value at. Suffice to say that I don't believe there is a 1-to-1 relationship, but there is definitely a relationship of that. The more armor you have, the less damage you will take from non-armor piercing damage. I wonder if someone on the internet will widely spend loads of time to figure out exactly what that relationship is, and then we'll just Google it. So, anyway, let's jump back into this. We're going to deploy like this. We're going to take our War Priest. What does the War Priest have for abilities? I forget. Hammer Sigma, which is damage. Fashion's Bait, which is damage resistance for self. So he can run in and take a lot less damage. This guy will set up on top of the hill because he wants to throw magical missiles at the enemy. We've not really utilized Shem's Burning Gaze very much, but it'll be cool to see how it works. We'll see. And obviously, the other cool stuff is that we have Net. Net is OP. And how can we forget Karl Franz with his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 abilities. He'll be fine. He will not care because he's Karl Franz. This looks like a acceptable. Let's go.
Conditions acceptable.
Right, like that. Let's hit pause. Let's examine how they've deployed. They have infantry. We'll assume there's more cav over here on the far. Cav, infantry. I'm gonna take this halberdier. They're not going to charge my center with cav because they don't have any shock cav, which is why I know they're not going to charge my center with cav. I'm going to take, in fact, I'm going to take you two. You, like so. No, like so, and this one like so. Pray at the rifles. Like so, and there, right? That's them. Karl Franz is just gonna move over here for a second. He's gonna move over here. This shock, no, it's missile cav. This and this, like so, and this one can move over here like so. This stack of horses is going to run over that stack of men. And in fact, actually, we'll send Karl Franz over there also, because he wants action. Let's get this party started. Now, Karl Franz will deal with all that, right? The horses are going to roll over that. Well, that'll just happen on itself. Now, this stuff over here, we need to take him to there because we have to stop this hero. Then all of this is going to start firing. Now the question is, how do we use our net? Right? I think from high angle causes magical damage effective at close range, strong versus single combatants. These guys are a threat. The great weapons are an issue. Not so much the Chaos Marauders. 1, 2, 3. These are issues, right? These are real issues that we have to absolutely stop. So, these crossbowmen are going to nail these Great Axe units. No, that failed. Why did that fail? Let's do this again. Like so. This actually, these two units can go ahead and try to get shots on them. And then we play again. Karl Franz does his thing. We'll pop some abilities. I want to see the strength of this on this impact. How much damage this shock cav will do against his Chaos Marauders. However, we also have to deal with these problems. Right, these guys. Do we need more people there? We can send them over here. So, no, now we need, yes, we need the remainder of this magic to be able to cast net. So we're going to go to there. That was an acceptable amount of damage. Now this guy, like this, wizard. Where are you, wizard friend? Net. Do we actually have to overcast this? No, we can't overcast it. We can't overcast it because we do that. And that? No, that doesn't work. We need to CC both of these. We need to put it around there. Let's see how well that lands. Was that a failed net? Don't be a failed net, please. Oh, okay, we only caught one unit in the net. Good, it's the undamaged one. So anyway, nope. He's not going to move. He is going to nail him. And he's going to pop that and pop that. This guy will do nothing. He's just going to sit still. So, this and this are shooting that. This unit is done. They can shoot us. These two can shoot him. In fact, he can also shoot them. Right? Wrong. These guys can free fire. These two will focus off the axemen. The rest of this stuff is just going to be happening. Karl Franz, you need to focus on the cavalry, bro. What's the matter with you? Unpause.
I will not stand idle.
The cavalry, Karl Franz. The cavalry. Are we broken these yet, please? Thank you. So, we need Karl Franz to deal with this unit actually also.
Missile troops, Reichsguard knights.
You guys can break any second now, thank you.
Karl Franz, now. Away.
can scream, and Karl Franz can go ahead and land on top of them. Like so. Amazing. Reichsguard can run over those units. Great. Do-do-do-dun, do-dun-do-dun-dun. So, Karl Franz into there. This stack of horse we need to bring back to there. Go.
Yes, sir. Moving now.
So this is another thing that annoys the crap out of me, right? So these guys are right now on auto fire. However, they are choosing to auto fire, I believe, this unit here. Right? Now because that unit is so close to mine, my own unit is obstructed and they can do nothing. Now if this AI, if this fire at will AI was any good at all, it would just pick whatever is unobstructed and continue firing. This is terrible. This tilts me so much actually. Well, now we have to micro in a game that is really an anti-micro game. So, he can engage. Karl Franz has won that. He can come back and engage this. Cav are doing their own thing. Cav can go to there, then to there. Boom. So, these guys need to adapt. Priest can do that button and this button. He can do... We will now over... I want to see how Vortex works. Do we want to do Vortex? Yes, I think we do. At least I think we do. No, we don't. We just need to overcast the defensive, big defensive spell. On these two. If we single cast, we can't AoE. If we overcast, we can get AoE going. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do that. See, now that I've microed this unit to attack that, right, these guys will now try to chase him, I think, because they're on a attack order, right? I want to see what happens, because you saw what I did there as well, friends. I put them into guard mode and fire at will at the same time. But now because they're on a attack order, I think they will actually end up moving. I hope that's not true. Well, they're not moving, but you know what? Even worse, they're not attacking. Look at this. They're just not attacking. This unit's obviously in a line of fire, but these guys just don't care. Oh, this AI is so tilting me. It's a skirmish mod. I don't care about skirmish mod. Would you please, guys, like to shoot at something? Reichsguard needs to get away. Where is he? Now they're even chasing them. Honestly, this is terrible. Absolutely terrible. So, let's see what happens when they're on guard mode, fire at will, but not on a dedicated order. Bang. No, let's save the remainder of our Reichsguard. We can pull them back a tad. They don't need to be out that far in space. Enemy reinforcements are approaching. Amazing. What is that? Some stuff. What's over there? Some other stuff. We need to get this rifle engaged on them. So halberdiers can come back. They do indeed. Scream at them, speed, speed, speed. They're doing, oh, some magic is happening there, so okay, our wizard can come over to this side. We're just gonna tank that. We lost a little bit of hit points, not too much though. So this guy can chase them, he can chase them. Chase them. Guard mode off, so they'll actually advance. Actually advance, thank you. Wizard. Now let's do the net of netting. We want to say we want to net on him. Or is this guy the wizard? And this guy is the... Yeah, we want to net on top of him. Then we're going to take Karl Franz and tell Karl Franz to fly over here and deal with his general. These boys are almost out of ammunition. That friend needs to come back. Oh, that might be a missed vortex. Let's see where this vortex actually ends up going. No, Karl Franz, take care of him, please. Oh, Karl Franz is stuck in a wild vortex. No, he can come back. No. Oh, really? Do not die. Do not go down. Do not go down. Do not go down. Don't. Oh. Honestly. Get him, Karl Franz. Get him. No, that's happening. Karl Franz is busy stalling an army. Hopefully, our priest does not go down. Press this button. And just check out the big fighting bird. It's a tiger eagle. Tiger griffin eagle. That's pretty cool though. Karl Franz can finish him, please. Yeah. Go, go. Let's speed this up, friends. This battle is done. There's nothing else here really worth watching. We're just going to double time this. Bap, bap, bap. Get through this, hopefully. And move on with our lives. After yet again seeing how crazy powerful our Karl Franz friend... Oh, they have more friends. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's Karl Franz. We just press some buttons and we don't care. Right? Right. This stuff... They just shatter instantly. Shatter instantly. Chase, chase, chase. He's alive. Great. Right, right, right. That's done. Karl Franz sold them. Amazing. Good game. Feel that heroes are too powerful. Then again, we also fight fairly soft armies, so I don't know how well he would do against like an armor-piercing opponent or something along those lines. Only 190. It's okay. It was a long day for Karl Franz. He only managed to nail 190 blocks. We will not take the money because I want the higher regen rate. Right, so we have that. Now we get the Rule Fang. The Rune Fang gives us 6 attack, more loot, more public order. And its special ability is a 18-second buff in which we get more weapon damage, more armor piercing damage, and percentage splash attack power. We'll see how that actually ends up playing. It's just I'm expecting it to be an AoE damage dealing weapon. And now Karl Franz, as the tooltip said, is teleported back to where he started. Great. Let's see if we need to actually equip the Rune Fang on him. Details, Rune Fang. I guess we don't have to equip it, it's automatically there. Great. He's Emperor, he is bonus of he's a monster hunter. He's harsh, he's strict, and he's the aggressor. Okay. Yeah, I think. Oh, there's a price on this. Interesting. What is the price of a Deathclaw? Doesn't say. The Deathclaw gold price is 125. Interesting. Did not know that. So if we see, we can't unselect. Okay. So that was Karl Franz. Let's level up. We have 1 point to spend. We are going to now. The question is, have we been pumping points into Karl Franz all along the way? Yes, we have. And I think we're going to do that for a couple more points. We're going to take the percentage, we're going to take this, we're going to take that. Yeah, we don't need more attack skill. We could do some defense, you know. Where's the defensive one? No, we took as much defense as we could. Maybe this is worth taking, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I feel that we would benefit also by improving maybe our army that comes with us and relying less so on Karl Franz to carry us through. But the short story is that we can either improve spearmen, swordsmen, and halberdiers, both defense and offense, melee and defense. We can improve projectile units, infantry, which is crossbowmen and riflemen. Or we can improve pistoliers and outriders. Charge bonus. Why did they give pistoliers and outriders a charge bonus when they are a skirmisher projectile unit? Do I misremember something here? Where's the charge bonus? Yeah, they have a charge bonus, nothing. And a below average weapon attack rate. Weapon strength. These guys also, so that's a little bit weird that they choose to give. That is pretty weird that they choose to give that bonus like that, right? So because you'd expect the speed of horse, if it affects only pistoliers and outriders, then the second bonus will not be a charge bonus, right? This would be 10% speed and 10% outrider and pistolier damage bonus instead of charge bonus, because these guys are really not meant to charge. This is Rally Leadership AoE. This is make my aura size bigger. This is for providing your troops with leadership bonus so they don't turn around and run. Emperor's Finest. Great Swords, Empire Knights, and Reichsguard. So this is interesting because this actually covers two classes of units, right? This is an infantry unit and and shock cav. Both the Empire Knights and Reichsguard are shock cav units. So this is actually, for the 3 points, I think, quite an effective skill. Because what you could do, you could take to have an effective spend, effective skill point to army power ratio. I think you could take Pistolier Corps to have good riflemen and crossbowmen. And if you have if this is going to be like a 4k army, 5k army, you take Emperor's Finest and you put great swords as your basic infantry unit and heavy on Reichsguard. So then you have a very, very good melee frontline infantry, a shock cav that's buffed, and you have buffed Pistolier Corps projectile units. Another approach would be, you don't have a dedicated cavalry one, right? Mighty Ford, this is charge bonus for the steam tank. The steam tank is going to have a charge bonus. Why would you charge with a steam tank? Steam Tank and Demi-Griffin Knights get a award save. This one's a little bit weird, I think. Let's have a look at Demi-Griffins again. Let's see if we're missing something magical and amazing about these. Yeah, these are anti-infantry because therefore they get anti... No, where's there? This one is anti-infantry. No, it's anti-large. Is this one anti-infantry? This one's anti-infantry. So these guys are really good at killing infantry. They have big numbers, 130. They have a very high speed, right? This is 80 meters, well, it's 80. I don't know if it's meters a second. It can't be meters a second. 80 speed in whatever relative terms. Then, where is our unit of Empire Knights? And Empire Knights are only 66. Right, so these guys, Griffin Knights are very fast. Handgun is great swordsman. Armored piercing anti-infantry. These guys are also amazing. If we have a front line made up of great swordsmen, like even though they don't have bonus, they don't have the shield bonus that that these guys have, and they're really not a defensive unit. They're much more an offensive unit. They're armor piercing, anti-infantry, armored, have lots of armor, slightly low speed. I think these numbers 30-28 are average or maybe slightly below. But armor piercing damage, bonus versus infantry 10, right? It's a good, and this anti-infantry, I think what this also gives a bonus to is the attack stat. Anti-infantry units have an advantage against targets smaller than the horse, right? This advantage can be a damage bonus against small targets, superior, I wonder if it is only then a damage bonus. Maybe. In other games, well, I might be misremembering, but I remember that being an anti-unit meant that you got both attack, a chance to hit, and chance to do damage bonuses against the specific unit type. Oh, actually, this reminds me. Our faction effects. Heir of Sigmar increases character movement range by 5%. And reduces the upkeep for Reiksguard and Greatswords. Now, we actually don't have... Well, we have 1 unit of Reiksguard and 0 units of Greatswords, so we are at all not utilizing this effect. Right, so it might be worth us investing into this. Especially if we want to make Karl Franz the beast that he already is. At least more scary than he already is. Where do we build Greatswordsmen? Does it happen to be Altdorf? We could build greatswords here. Maybe we'll take Karl Franz and restock his army at some point in the future. We'll see how we go. This... Do we need to do this? Yes, we do need to do this. We have the money, why not? Let's just do it and move on. Okay, so... Let us do this battle. Right, we're not at war with Tempelhof. But we will be after this. So let us do this battle. Let us do this battle because I don't want any vampires on my land. Because this is my land and they've squandered it.
It is an
so,
thing to
like so.
Others who have end up as my puppets.
We're not going to call any allies because we're just going to solo them. They have 1 territory and no armies. So, done. Let's actually double check before we leave here to see if there's anyone else that we could trade with that we're not already trading with. No, good. Right, so let's do this, friends. Let's take this army. Exit that stance. Oh, we do him already? Yes, we did. Exit that stance and proceed to park our tanks on their faces. And let's see what happens here. We'll do this fight. This I expect will go pretty quick. This is primarily... What is that? Interesting achievement. This is primarily to see how Steam Tanks functions. Right? This is one of our super expensive units. It takes 500 to upkeep and like 3k to build. So this needs to be pretty damn amazing. They're there. Our army's there. Dun, 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 dun. What are we going to do? I'm going to take this, go there, this and this. And we're just going to drive up the hill. Right? These armies are going to sit here, these guys are going to sit here, the leader's going to stand here and go. And drive up the hill. It's about there-ish. And let's see what happens with these tanks. These guys happen to have 2 turrets, right? They have a front fixed turret and a turret mounted baby turret. I wonder how these actually work. If the baby turret will actually be able to engage enemies 360 around the tank, because if that's true, that'll be absolutely amazing. They have a lot of armor, good leadership, lower than cav speed. They have an attack value, a melee attack value, which is quite interesting. They have a high weapon strength, which means that I guess they must be able to fight in melee. A charge bonus, because they will run over people and things. So they're firing. Let's move up this lot before we forget about them. So we're gonna let our tanks fire for a second. Can they fire on the move? Like the main gun on the move? Because if they could, that'd be super cool. No, I guess they can't. Yeah, I think we have to be stationary to fire the... Yeah, well I guess that hurt, friend. They appear to have to be stationary to be allowed to fire the front gun. Actually, we're going to stop there. We're going to take this army, we're going to walk back a tad. Like so. This, like that. This, like that. This one like this. Go. No, the tank's not going to fight you. The tank's going to run away. Oh! They shoot steam! Did you guys see that? They shoot steam. No steam tank. Don't stop. Don't even try to melee. Just keep rolling, bro. Keep rolling. Right, we're gonna roll past our front lines. So they can kite and fight really, really well, actually. Interesting. Nail him. Bang. I wonder if that hit. This is going to go to there, actually. This one's going to go to here, maybe? Yeah, something like that. Interesting, interesting. We're gonna take our spearmen and kill these all, and kill these monstrous units. Yes, General. Oh, those melee attacks are real. Tanks do real melee attacks, yo. Ha! I want to be able to reverse this tank. Wow, okay. I want to just like drive backwards and shoot forwards. Oh yes, that's one of the things that's just not in the engine, where you can face the unit forwards but drive backwards. That's just happening. Bang! Cannon. Steam. Cannon. Bang. Any second now. Bang. Come on. Bang. Nope. It just doesn't want to shoot. There it is. Nailed. 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 He killed 6. This one killed 61. This one that was steaming these small guys to death. Interesting. So, I guess that's how steam tanks work. That was interesting. I wish... I think you could mod this game probably to be like a World War I style game where you have tanks. I think it'd be quite interesting. It would be quite interesting to have a normal tank gun instead of a steam turret on the top of the tank, right? But I guess it's very, very in fiction that it's a steam tank, so therefore it jets steam at people. Just as a tank, it's not very useful. Well, no, that's not true. I guess it is useful. I'm just a little bit disappointed I can't drive it backwards and fire forwards. I think that would be super cool. That would be quite interesting. Enchanted item. So what was this gizmo do? This is for 13 seconds. Every 90 seconds we can debuff all enemies melee attack melee defense, and weapon damage. That's quite powerful, actually. It's good numbers on that. Let's off that army.
Yes, my lord.
Right, like this. So what does this really mean for us? It will give charge bonus to the steam tank. Come on, really? And a ward save to the steam tank. The ward save is useful because it's percentage damage reduction. The charge bonus, really, to my steam tank? Come on. This is a weird trait to pick up. It really is. What we're going to do is we're going to take this army and we're going to give it on steel, right? Because this is going to be a cost-effective army for us with some very high specialized units. So we'll take that. In fact, no, we won't take that. We will take 10% more movement, which is a much more effective per point.
Attack!
This will go there. We'll automatically that because we can't be bothered to do it. Decides the victory, amazing. Public order, amazing. More movement range, amazing. Even more movement range. Wow, really? It gave us a lot of stuff. That was a lot of stuff, by the way. Now, public order, recruitment reduction, presence. No, that's not right. I don't think we have to do that. Let's take this one and then we'll do honest steel, because I think honest steel for a cost-effective army is very, very useful. Yes, because the idea is obviously we want to get stand your ground, right? Because this ability is quite powerful. Leadership bonus, melee and defense bonus. And we'll also pick up hold the line along the way. Do we need to go back and... Why is this -6 still? Corruption and events. How long is this event going to be going for? For another 2 turns.
I will marshal the band. Agreed?
No, I think we'll go on ahead and push on to Castle Drakenhof. What we'll do here is that we'll just stop taking income. It's 130, right? We'll just stop taking income from this junk province. Yes. Press this army forwards. And so on, we'll just park this army on top of the castle and be done with it.
To the provinces.
And this army needs to stay here because the corruption and the events are quite severe. So we're going to stay. He cannot deploy because he's just moved. Let's double check this. Maybe we want to go to there. If we go to there, we'll be in striking distance.
Very well.
Maybe we don't. I wonder. I'm not sure, friends. I'm not sure. I think we're just gonna wait here for a little bit. We have to stick it out for another 2 turns with this army.
Yes, my lord.
Well, why was he going this way? Oh, because what this guy is this the super high level trainer? Yes, it is. This is the drill master.
I command here.
We can take Karl Franz. I do want to replace parts of Karl Franz's army with better units, even though these guys are all quite high level. This is still a relatively cheap, because of the spearmen and swordsmen. This is still a pretty cheap army, right? We could replace this with great swords and a Reichsguard. Then it'll be pretty expensive, but it'll be hella powerful. Let's look at Mindenheim. What do we need to build here? Not here, actually, anything I think useful. This is this. No, let's not do a build cycle there.
Summon the Elector Counts.
From here, Karl Franz, we will take you and we'll put you there.
Onwards.
Then we will deploy you. When we deploy you, you'll increase growth in Mindenheim.
Talk to the flock.
Right, like so. Will you regenerate hit points here also?
Ready.
I wonder. I hope so. It'd be nice if you did. But that'll happen. Then we will take this guy, park him inside of the army, so he can train the men to be even better. And we'll take this army as a whole, and what are we going to do with this? We're going to move it. No, we're not going to move it. We're going to park it inside the castle and regenerate more. So, done. Next. Done. This is holding still because we have to regenerate our forces and protect. This one is going to hold still. I might end up moving maybe this army to around here to deploy off the water and blitz this settlement because I'm tired of dealing with this nonsense. right?
Yes, my lord.
It might actually if we move, how much would this would suffer -5. Why so severe? Because of 8, yes, of course. Why so severe?
Now?
No, they can sit inside. They can wait there. This can wait there. Let's jump through the rest of our stacks. Busy sieging. Deployed. Ah, yes. This one. Right. Right.
Judgment is death.
Good guy, Griswold. So, the reason I didn't want to do anything against Manfred is because he's in a castle and there's no point trying to block his movement, right? Obviously.
I'll ignore that.
We've done that. Let's select our friend again.
Accused.
He's deployed standing still. Done. Done. Holding still. Done. Holding. Holding. Do we want to hold with this guy or not? Do we want to stand still or not? 2 turns. +5. No, let's not. Let's go. We can suffer -5 for 2 turns. It's fine.
I will marshal the men.
We're gonna go forward and be in position to strike this location. We're gonna burn it to the ground, and then we're gonna burn this one, and then we're gonna burn that one, and then so on and so forth. So
What does the Emperor...
we're gonna bank this money, and otherwise we are done with all of our armies, right? Now, are we? Yeah, he's done. This one's done. Da 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 da. Looks good, right, friends? This is gonna be a good place to take a small break, and I'll catch you all in the next video.